Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best budget cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. These are the top 10 best cards, in my opinion, that you can buy for under 50,000 MT here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Overall, just a really good list of some of the best cards for really cheap in my team, each position, really. Before we hop on the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 20,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily my team content. Trying to hit that by the end of the month of February, which is going to require about 60 subscribers a day. So would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with number 10, I'm going with Taylor Hendricks, who is one of the three guys, actually, from this new Seismic set that are on this list. Really good card. Very solid option at the small forward position. He's got a nice release. He's a good slasher, Hoff bulldozer, has limitless range. Playmaking wise, not amazing. Doesn't have Baylor or break starter. Also doesn't have speed booster. That's a very important badge. Doesn't have anchor or brick wall, but he's a pretty good defender, pretty versatile defender. He's 6'9". He's got great size. Really nice, tall, big player build. The hair is really tall as well. Just makes him look bigger than 6'9". He's a big card, which is nice. And he's got a really smooth, easy release as well. Now, movement is not elite, I will say that. But overall, I think Taylor Hendricks is a good card. I think he's a very solid option at the small forward position. There are better budget cards for sure, but he certainly is not at all a bad one. A very solid card in my team. Going at number 9, I'm going with Donte Exum. I might even be a little bit low on this Exum card, putting him at number 9, because he is a really solid card. I mean, he's got 90 speed, 92 3 ball. He's a 6'5 PG, and he defends well as well. Like, that's a good card. No anchor, no brick wall. Doesn't have speed booster. That's an important badge. And his movement isn't very good, I will say that. But he's got key finishing badges. His shooting is great. He's got an awesome release. Just, I don't like basic dribble style very much. I will say the hardened behind the back is a nice dribble sig, though, so that's something. Normal leaner is good as well, and he does have really good shooting badges. You could argue him higher than 9th, and I wouldn't argue with you at all. Like, I think he's a really good card. Stat and badge-wise, he is better than some of the other cards on this list, but I think it's fair to put him at 9. I just don't love the movement. I think that's pretty important at point guard. Basic dribble style isn't it. Everything else is good, but for me, I think that's a pretty fair spot. Number 8, going to be Dennis Rodman. As much as I like Rodman, I think his release is a little slow at small forward, and at power forward, he's a little undersized. I really like the card, but he finds himself in a spot where his best position size-wise is small forward and to be your lock, I guess, but even if he's your lock, like, he's kind of missing. He doesn't have pick dodger. He doesn't have 94 feet. That's not the most important badge unless you like to press, though. Only silver glove, right stick gripper. I mean, you'd like to see those higher. I love the versatility defensively, able to guard in the interior, but at 6'7", he is a little small at power forward, and with the way his release is being a little bit baited, there are some small forwards you'd kind of prefer to run with their releases being better. So it puts you in a tough spot when you run a card like Rodman. He's still a very good card. He's an elite defender. He's really interesting. He's athletic, and he does have obviously great shooting stats and badges, but I just think he can only go as high as number 8 for me because of those flaws. Number 7 is going to be Cade Cunningham. I like Cade a lot. I actually didn't realize he was under 50K, but he's only 33,000 MT. That's like really cheap. This card is really good. Good shooter, great shooting badges, playmaking wise, everything except for speed booster. Defensively, he's not great, but he is 6'7", and he moves really well. That's the other thing about Cade. Like, the tray escape is such a nice dribble sig to have. Almost nobody has the escape that's good as that. Cade can move really effectively, especially if you're a skillful dribbler. Like, skillful dribblers, he is one of their favorite point guards in the game still, because of how well he can move as a point guard right now. Not to mention the fact he has a good release, and he's a great shooter, and he has great size at 6'7", athletic slasher, all that type of stuff. Cade's a great card. I 100% could see Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham or Opal Cade Cunningham, if we get that in the next few weeks, being the best point guard in the game. That would not surprise me in the slightest. In fact, I expect that the next Cade Cunningham will probably be the best point guard in the game. This Amethyst is still missing a lot, but even missing a lot, I still think he's a very good card. Number 7 is a fair spot for him. Number 6, Anthony Black. Another brand new Seismic card. I told you there were 3. This is the second one. A 6'7" versatile point guard who's got a very smooth release. He's a better defender than a guy like Cade Cunningham. That's probably the main reason that I have him over Cade. He doesn't move quite as well as Cade. He's also missing some badges. Doesn't have the shooting badges that Cade has either. But he's a solid slasher. He's got good size. He's a versatile guy. He's got good stats all the way around. A smooth release. D-book dribble style is nice. That does help his movement for sure. And he's a good card. He really is. And I like the fact that he can defend as well. He basically is a budget Penny Hardaway. I think it's a very fair way to describe Anthony Black. He gives you 90% of what Penny Hardaway gives you on the court as a really good budget point guard. I think he's just a really solid all-around card. I'm a fan of Anthony Black. Now, at the number 5 spot, we're going with the Ruby. It's Julian Strawther. I know that's pretty high for a Ruby, but I think he's honestly probably the best Ruby card in the game. I think he's really good. He's 6'6" with 6'9" wingspan, so not unbelievable size at shooting guard, but solid. 88 speed, 92 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, solid defense. Like nothing that jumps off the page of you, but not bad at all. Defensively, though, he's really good. He's really only missing anchor, brick wall, and movable enforcer. Finishing wise, he is very, very good. Has the fast twitch, posterizer, precision dunker. I guess he's missing bulldozer. That'd be nice. But shooting badges are great. Playmaking badges are pretty good, even without speed booster. I can live without the speed booster because release is awesome and movement is also pretty good. And I just like the way that he is able to do a lot of things in the court really well. He moves quite well. John Wall's drag back, good behind the back. Really awesome release. Great defender, athletic. Like just one of the more versatile options at the shooting guard position in the entire game. I think he's an awesome, awesome budget small forward and does a ton of things really, really well. I think it's really fair to put him this high on this list. Number 4, Amethyst Myles Turner. Great card as well. Very good defensive big, Hoff anchor, post lockdown, and a movable enforcer on him. He's not the best perimeter defender in the world. Doesn't have clamps. You'd like to see that. He doesn't have playmaking badges really at all. He's not much of a playmaker. Like he's not a playmaker at all. But he has a really smooth release. He's a very good standing dunker, and he's a versatile, very good defender. Great interior defender. Really smooth release, like I said. Plays bigger than 6'11". Really good budget big. I think he's a dog. Definitely one of the 2 best budget centers in the game. Outside of that, number 3. I mean, well, I would actually put now. I need to move a couple of these guys up because I forgot. I changed up the list. Dikembe Mutombo is who I would actually put at number 5. I'm going to move Strawther and Myles Turner up just a little bit. I might even move. Actually, we're going to do that because I think Dikembe's bad release hurts the card. I forgot that I changed up my list and I forgot to put Dikembe in there. Dikembe is a good card, but the problem with Dikembe is that even as a very good card, he is limited because he doesn't have great speed and he's not a great playmaker and his release is kind of meh. And I know at the center position, a lot of the releases aren't the best, but Dikembe's I really don't love. And that kind of combined with the fact that he's not the fastest big in the game. He's a very good standing dunker, very good defender, very good solid card, but I like the really good releases at the center spot, which is why I like a guy like Myles Turner so much. So Dikembe falls a little lower on the list. Same thing with Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba is basically Myles Turner-esque. Like they're pretty much the same card in a lot of ways. You could say the stats and badges might favor Myles a little bit, but I like Bamba. I like the fact he has Hoff Rise Up. I think that's a really, really nice badge. I like his release better than Myles Turner's as well. He's got 82 speed, which is not bad at all at the center spot. He's also got a 7-footer with a 7'10" wingspan. That's probably my favorite part about the card is that length. I understand the strength is low, but you don't really feel it. I don't feel like using this card. I think he's a demon. I think he's best budget center in the game right now. Big, big fan. Number 1, though. Told you there was one more seismic card. It's this Peyton Watson. He's the best budget card in the game, and I don't think it's particularly close. He is on the level of Pink Diamonds at the shooting guard position. Guys like, I mean, he's better than a lot of the Pink Diamond shooting guards, and I think he's on the level of a Dr. J/Vince Carter. Like, pretty darn close to those guys. 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, 90 speed, 93 ball. Really great defender and athlete. He has Hoff, fearless finisher, not the best Hoff, I know, but he has gold fast twitch, posterizer, bulldozer, and precision dunker, the most important 4 finishing badges. Shooting badge-wise, the only important badge he's missing is Agent 3. Playmaking-wise, he's not really missing anything super important. You want to put bailout and break starter on him, but he can get those. And then defensively, he's missing brick wall, challenger, and movable enforcer. I can work without those. He has anchor. He's got all the other perimeter badges you want. He's a big 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, and his release is on quick. It's a fast, smooth, good release. He moves well. He's just an amazing all-around card. He does everything on the court at a very high level. He's literally an elite level shooting guard right now. That release being on quick is one of the most important things too. It's one of the fastest releases on this list. He is such a good card, and I think he's the best budget card in the game for sure right now. That is an incredible, incredible budget shooting guard. That's going to do it for this list and for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.